So, and not just that, laughter brings everyone together. Are we living in a simulation? Honestly, low key, probably. But as I said on Twitter, I'm pretty sure we can all agree in some way or another that we do live in a simulation. Whether you guys believe in religion or not, the simulation theory actually still works out. Because even if, like, let's say God does exist, right? He definitely created, like a simulation to put humans into. I mean, it totally makes sense. God could just be like this crazy, coder, or like this crazy engineer or something. That it's like when you play a video game, right? The person that created the video game can do anything that they want in that video game. They can make it rain. They can make your character have like 1,000 different powers. They can do anything that they want. That's basically what God is right now. Imagine if all of you guys right now are in a video game and God created the video game and he can control everything that happens in this video game. And maybe he can even like rewind the video game, and that's why you have deja vu, or that's why you have, Mandela effects. So, it's definitely, like intriguing to think about. But here's the better question. The question that we should be asking isn't if we live in a simulation. The question we should be asking is, what are the cheat codes? What if we're in a simulation? That means there is definitely some way to hack it, and there has to be some cheat codes. I bet you if we all start like spinning around 6 times, twerking, dropping that ass on the floor, like doing the hokey pokey or something, and wearing a sombrero hat upside down while like dancing outside in the rain, all of a sudden $1 million is gonna fall down from the sky. We should try it. I have faith that could possibly happen. You never know. Totally possible. Imagine like that actually worked. Like I actually went outside and put like a sombrero hat on, like upside down, and like started to like twerk and like dance and do the yoga by myself or something. And all of a sudden, like an ice cream truck just falls down filled with money. Oh, you'll attract a sea bear. SpongeBob reference. Seriously though, like you never know. And the crazy part is, what if someone actually did find a cheat code? What if they did find a way to quote unquote hack life, but they just never told anyone? I mean, hey, things like this happen. That's what The Matrix was all about. If you guys have never watched The Matrix, you definitely should. And what's so intriguing is on Instagram, I uploaded a photo, right? And the caption on that photo was "choose the red pill." And so many people didn't understand that reference. And I was like, wow, like so many people didn't understand that. Everyone thought I was like advocating drugs. They were like, what? Are you telling kids and people that they should be taking drugs? I'm like, red pill? Like, you guys don't know what taking the red pill means? Have you guys never watched The Matrix? If you have not watched The Matrix, right now, it's on Netflix. Watch it after this broadcast. I never understood what opening the third eye means. So the third eye is subliminal. It means that you're able to see things that are happening around you in a way that other humans just aren't. Let's see. Do you believe in astral projection? So astral projection is the same thing as remote viewing. They're kind of the same. Let's see what we've got here. Actually, I think there's people that are also watching this broadcast on YouTube, I believe, as well. Let me actually see. Oh wow, okay, so 415 people are currently watching on YouTube. So okay, so there's also comments on YouTube because this is also being casted on YouTube. So guys, if you were commenting on YouTube, I can't see it. So guys, please, if you guys want to actually leave a comment and I can read it and respond to it, click on the actual YouNow link. And then come to the actual YouNow website, and then you can type a question and I'll answer it. Because if you guys are asking the questions on YouTube, I can't see them. So I apologize if you guys were asking me questions on YouTube like all this time and I just never noticed it. So someone asked me, what do I clean my teeth with? Actually, nothing. I don't clean my teeth with anything. I just brush my teeth normally. I've always taken very good care of my teeth my whole life. I never like ate bad things, or I don't really drink coffee. I'm a huge tea drinker, and tea does stain your teeth. So I always just brush my teeth after I drink tea. But if you ever like want to actually whiten your teeth, you could try bleaching them. It's really bad for your enamel though, so I wouldn't recommend you doing it more than once. Okay, let me go back to what tea do you drink? I drink matcha tea. Matcha is like green tea, but it's extremely concentrated and it's kind of expensive. But the health benefits are absolutely amazing. Do you think free will is an illusion? That's such a good question. And I get into the biggest debates with people on this question. And I want to ask you guys before I give you my opinion. Do you think that everything in your life that happens, do you think it's destiny or do you think that's, your own choice? Like, do you think everything that happens in your life, whether you pass an exam or whether you get that job or whether you get hit by a car, etc., do you think it's destiny or do you think that the decisions you make lead to these things? Now, here's the problem, right? There's two sides to this. If you think that everything in your life is destiny and that everything was already pre-written for you, a lot of people believe that, especially religious people believe that, like people that have a specific faith believe that. Here's the issue with that theory, and that is if everything is already pre-written for us and everything is already destined, what's the point of us living? Like, what is the purpose of this life if everything is already destined and pre-written? That means that we technically don't have a choice in the matter. That means that we don't have a free will and that we're kind of just being forced to deal with the cards that we're dealt with. And some might say that that's completely unfair. And some people might say that that means that humans are basically living in a prison because, some people's destiny could be that they're extremely wealthy, successful, and happy. But then someone else's destiny was that they're going to be homeless their entire life and they may possibly, be miserable or something. Believe it or not, most homeless people in New York City are actually way more happy than the wealthy people in New York City. True story. But I'm just saying, like, what does that mean? If everything is predestined, does that mean that we even have a choice in anything that we do in life? Like, what's the point if everything's already pre-written? So that's the issue with that concept, right? So then you could say, okay, no, the opposite side of the argument is that we have 100% choice and free will and that we have total control of our lives. But that's the biggest form of denial that can ever exist. We do not have control over our lives. There are things that happen that are all connected into each other that causes major catastrophes in our lives. So some might say that was destined for that to happen. Who knows? That's the point of this philosophy, is that no one really knows, but it's fun to talk about. It's fun to have discussions about it. Let's see what we've got here. What are your opinions on the future of artificial intelligence? I've warned people about AI before. A lot of the masses, the majority of people in society do not understand how strong artificial intelligence actually is. They think, when people think of AI, when people think of artificial intelligent robots, they think of like a computer or like a toaster oven or like Siri. That's not what the things that the government scientists are testing on. Artificial intelligence right now could probably take over this whole entire planet. I'm talking like 2